What is up, guys? Yandere Neko here, aka the VTuber whose voice doesn't match their model, and I'm here today with the definitive Goku tier list. Now, I know what you're thinking. Goku matchup tier list. Now, I know what you're probably thinking. Goku's been on the show 3 times already. He's already 0-3 on Death Battle. Why bring him back? Now, you'd be right. Goku has been on Death Battle 3 times already. But the issue is, all 3 of those times were against Superman, and that's where things get a bit muddy, because the whole case on bringing back a returner is that either A, something's massively changed within their, story or meta that they're worth bringing back, so not really applicable here, or B, that they have other opponents that would be a cool fight or a good episode, right? And that's what we're here today, to discuss other Goku matchups that need to be looked at. Now, starting off, we have Superman, Clark Kent, the Man of Steel, the first superhero. Obviously, he's the one. Goku versus Superman for a win. Now, in all seriousness, he's going in like the April Fool's tier, the funny joke. Like, it'd be a great troll for them to do this a 4th time. But in all seriousness, no, Goku, if he ever comes back, needs a new opponent, right? In fact, the only reason I have the April Fool's here is just for, the handful of ironic episodes. On to the actual list. First up, we got Sailor Moon Usagi, the mother of the magical girl genre. Now let me sell this matchup to you, right? You see, we got Goku, the father of the battle shonen genre, versus Usagi, Sailor Moon, mother of the magical girl genre. 2 series that basically brought anime over to the West, made it popular. On legacy alone, it goes in the 1. If they ever bring Goku back, it has to be against Sailor Moon, right? It's just that simple. I mean, we get more magical girl rep. We get a 4th Goku L, so, the fallout will be hilarious. Bringing back Goku to lose for a 4th time. And also, we actually get to talk about a series that was only ever covered once before. In fact, I think for legal reasons, that's the only real struggle. I believe Toei or whoever owns Sailor Moon gets real anal about legal stuff. But alright, well, kind of spoiled who's the top pick. So next up, we have Simone the Digger from Gurren Lagann. Now, the whole pitch for this, let me sell it to you. Let me be a salesman. We got Goku, often considered the strongest battle shonen protagonist, often considered he might be, he might not be, there's always going to be others. But with Goku, well, I mean, he's often considered that. Seaman the Digger, I'm pretty much sure is the strongest mecha series. The only issue with this is that Seaman the Digger's already been on the show recently. He's already had an amazing episode, right? And so there's no real point in bringing him back. That said, he still kind of just has to go in the cool alts. He'll be bottom of cool alts, that's a promise, but it's like, legacy alone, you gotta do that. It'd be disrespectful to put him lower. Next up, we got Sun Wukong, the Monkey King. the, I don't know, Mighty Fighting Buddha, I think that was his title. Now let me sell this to you, right? Let me sell Sun Wukong, or Goku versus Sun Wukong versus, to you. I'm just tripping over my words so hard. So, if for whatever reason you don't know this by now, the very first arc of Dragon Ball was basically a retelling of Journey to the West. And you see, this Sun Wukong character inspired Goku. So, Goku's based off of him. It's the whole original versus the newer model type matchup. Now, debate-wise, here's where things get tricky. If we just use mainline Goku, be it anime or manga, because there's no real difference other than anime being slightly stronger earlier, but not like cosmically so, still very calculably so, right? Anyway, if we use mainline Goku, there's nothing stopping Sun Wukong from just creating 1,000 hair clones, having the clones all turn into Goku, and then doing an 1,000v1 on Goku, Goku kinda just loses hard. Although apparently if we use Heroes Goku, or like Xeno, or one of the more expanded material, I hear Goku might outscale. You see, the tricky thing with Sun Wukong in versus in general is Journey to the West, it's kind of like Dante's Inferno, where even though it's not a religious text, it's still heavily based around a religion, so it's like we're kind of power scaling Buddhism, if that makes any sense. And that just gets awkward. This is not a Hindu bot account on X. We're not power scaling religions here. So that's why I kind of have to put him in meh. Because it just gets a little bit awkward. Now, next up, Mori Jin from God of High School, a Korean webcomic. Now, let me sell this to you, right? Going all politician. You see, Goku was based off of Sun Wukong, and this Mori Jin fellow is also based off of Sun Wukong, a bit more literally. Now, matchup-wise, Goku just takes this because, Mori Jin only really gets to Universal through, like, vague statements, so... And while he does have better hacks than Goku, the issue with that is, any Goku Deep Throater will tell you this, Ki can overpower hacks if it's strong enough. That being said, I'd still put it at, like, the top of cool alts. Simone, move. Thank you. You being... Like, it... Just because it brings in an entirely new genre, like, I don't believe manhwa, which is Korean manga, has ever been, like, on the show. So, you get a new genre. You get Sun Wukong versus Sun Wukong, it's... You get a new series on the show. Like, it's still very much a cool alt, but... it's not my personal pick. Next up, I'm covering these all together. The big three, Naruto, Ichigo, Luffy, and they're going into the just bad matchup tier. The only reason they exist is for the, but can he beat Goku meme? But can he beat Goku? It's like, that's the only reason they exist. For the, oh, Goku's so strong, Goku make the bigger boom. It's like, it's just to give Goku a dub. That's all it is. When people are making videos on how fodder human characters can solo Uverse, you don't stand a chance against Goku. So Naruto, Ichigo, and Luffy are all going in just, thanks, I hate it. Now, next up, we got Saitama. Now, let me sell this to you, right? Back in Season 1 of One Punch Man, people thought Saitama was the shit. That he was just Mr. Unbeatable, wins in them all, that he's literally a gag character that just punches anyone in one punch. Or you know what I mean, right? You know how the Saitama stocks were, how the agenda was. That being said, it's still a lot closer than the last three, you know. It's still, he at least is on the cosmic level. So, it goes in meh, but here's the thing you have to understand. While yes, we've never seen Saitama's full power, the cosmic Garo, or the cosmic tier, cosmic Garo, right, does show the way we can, he at least helps in what we can calculate his true power to be, you know. Or I believe the manga's setting up God as the final boss. So we know the upper limits of the One Punch Man verse and where we can approximately cap Saitama. And he still loses to Goku. Because that's the thing. The only reason this is popular is because of misconceptions on how Saitama's powers work. He's not a gag character. He can't literally beat anyone in one punch. So it's going bottom of meh just because, like, it's better than what I hate. But it's also just not like a joke battle, you know. It's not, I don't have ironic enjoyment of it. Next up on our list is Gojo from JJK. Now this is just going ape. Now let me sell this to you, right? Back in Season 1 of JJK, people thought Gojo was just the coolest. That is unlimited void. That his barrier was just like, could solo fiction. Strong, you know how the Gojo scalers were, where his stocks were at. Now, let me tell you something. I haven't been fully honest with you. The Rez versus Bakugo arc from about a month ago made me realize something. I don't like power scaling. What I like is agenda posting. I like slander. I like exposing people as frauds. I like the bait. You know? And that's why this goes top of April Fools, just because it trolls the Gojo fans. Gojo doesn't stand a chance against Goku. It just meant to tank his stocks. Gojo stocks need to go down. In fact, the next video might just be a Gojo matchup tier list designed to tank his stocks. Alright, so it's like there's no real validity to this other than it just being a middle finger to Gojo. But that's why I want it. To tank the stocks. To agenda post. To slander Gojo. Alright. Now next up we have the Flash. Now let me sell this to you. On its own, literally nothing. But you see, in either like Season 7, Season 8, Death Battle dropped Goku Black versus Reverse Flash, with the connection being, dark like versions of the hero that use the powers more violently or destructively or whatever. So it'd be real funny if we just did that but inverted and did Goku versus Flash, like as an April Fool's joke, as a troll, to mess with just to tank Goku stocks, and now to bring Goku back for another L. Other than that, no validity at all to it. Now lastly, we have Ryu from Street Fighter. And I'm gonna be honest, the only reason he's on this list is because I didn't want to end with 11 people. I'm peculiar about that. I can't end on a odd number unless it's a 5. You know, so if I bumped it up to 15 would be good, but it's going in the I hate it tier because the only connection is Goku's a fictional martial artist, Ryu's a fictional martial artist. You know, there's no real sell to that. You could do this with Iron Fist or Poe or Bruce Lee, right? Like, and it'd be the same thing. Now, that's the list. If there's any matchups I missed, comment down below. There's definitely matchups I list. I know Sonic and Alien X are popular. I just don't like the connection. It's all just Goku's strong. These other characters are strong. Let them fight. I believe Rimuru from the Slime Isekai is also popular. You know, it's like the strongest battle shonen versus strongest isekai. Haven't looked into that, but it's sort of like, I guess it's okay. It'd probably go in meh. I know Gon's also a popular matchup, but Gon is more of a Kid Goku matchup, and well, Kid Goku isn't Goku from like a versus debating stance. You know, he has his own matchups. And then there's just the can of worms of capping a character at like a specific arc or point in their story. Like, how does the analysis work? Are you gonna tell an incomplete story? Anyway, that's the list. Please like, share, and subscribe. I'll be doing other tier lists later on, just because, I mean, it's just yapping. I'm honestly surprised I'm not cranking out more tier lists without, well, it's yapping and then some editing. I'm gonna try to buff up the editing on this go-round, but I'll hopefully have this out by tonight, or the next morning, whenever. And I'll catch y'all in the next video.